Tell me that you hear me. Tell me if it's over.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be showing you all how I survive as a vegan in college. I have put together 5 different recipes for you guys to make before you go to college or school, wherever you are, where you can eat and feel satisfied, not be hungry and trying to find all the shitty food that is in the school or college cafeteria. So I know in my college, the food in the cafeteria or the cafe, we have a little Costa cafe in our college, is absolutely awful. I'll go there sometimes if I haven't had time to make lunch and there will literally be nothing there. I hope this video will help a few of you guys who are already vegan or maybe thinking about making the transition. And before we get started with the video, please, if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to make it to 30,000 subscribers. And yeah, I think that's all. Let's just get started with the video. So starting off with this first bean salad, I'm using cannellini and also red kidney beans and just rinsing them out. And then I'm using this tree spinach, which has a really nice nutty flavour. My mum grows it in the garden, so it's really accessible to us. So I'm just washing that through and then cutting it up into smaller, easier pieces to actually eat and adding that to the beans. And then I'm just cutting up half of a red pepper just to add some sweet flavours and some colour into the salad. And I just love all peppers. And also some homegrown tomatoes. It's really good to use foods that are in season at the moment. And then I'm adding sweet corn, and then finally just roasting some seed mix and also some mixed nuts. And then I'm adding some pepper and also some salt just to add some flavour, and I also added some olive oil, but for some reason that clip's not in there. And this was honestly so nice. I let it sit overnight to let the flavours accumulate. Is that the right word? And moving on to Tuesday's lunch, I'm just cutting up some tofu and then making this marinade out of sunflower oil, some thyme, some basil, some salt and some pepper, a few tiny drops of liquid smoke, some chipotle hot sauce, some chopped garlic, and finally some lemon juice before mixing all of that around and soaking the tofu in there for 10 minutes or so. You can soak it for longer, maybe overnight would be even better. And then I'm just putting the tofu into a frying pan and also just adding the rest of the marinade and letting them cook in there. I actually overcooked the tofu a little bit, which was a bit annoying. So now I'm just cutting up some iceberg lettuce, and also I'm cutting up half an avocado, which I'm going to spread on some wholemeal seedy wraps. And you can also add lemon juice to the avocado, which stops it going brown, so that's nice. And I'm also putting the tofu onto some kitchen roll just to let the oil seep out because they were quite oily. I'm just layering all this into the wrap with a bit more chipotle hot sauce and putting them into a little container to take to college. And I'm also adding some fruit because it wasn't really enough. And then for Wednesday's meal, I'm having some ramen noodles, so just put some ramen in some hot water. And now for the veggies, we have got sweet corn, some broccoli, some pepper. I'm also having some beans from the garden and some homegrown carrots. And I didn't end up using all of those carrots. And then I'm just using some vegan stock with hot water and mixing all that up. And then I'm putting the cooked ramen noodles into a little Pyrex jar and adding all of the veggies on top of that. They are uncooked. And then I'm putting the hot water with the stock in and some more water just to fill it to the top. And the veggies don't completely cook, but it's still really nice. And then I also added some ginger and some sesame seeds, and this is awful footage of me trying to get it in there nice and neatly, which didn't really work. And then I'm just putting it into a Kilner jar. You can probably put it in a bit of a smaller Kilner jar. So we're picking some basil, and how you do it is you pinch the top of the plant and leave 2 side shoots growing out, so you get bushy plants rather than long tall ones. So now that I have picked my basil, I'm just getting all of my ingredients together. So first off, just about a cup of cashew nuts and whizzing that up in this food processor, and then I'm just briefly cutting up a clove of garlic, not completely because obviously the food processor will mix all of this up, and then I'm just adding probably about 3 or 4 cups of basil, fresh basil you want to use, and then a tiny little squeeze of lemon juice. You don't need a whole lemon. And then I'm adding some salt and some pepper and also some nutritional yeast flakes. I just did a tablespoon of that, and oil until it mixes nicely and tastes good. So that's a really nice homemade pesto recipe. And then I'm just cooking a couple of these little circles of pasta, and then I'm cutting it up because I find it's just easier to eat, especially at college. And then I'm adding about 1.5 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of the pesto. And you can make as much or as little of this as you want. I had quite a small portion here for some reason. And then also some pepper. I definitely recommend having a bigger portion than that, to be honest. And that was me dropping my camera, which was very stressful. So now I'm just putting some more of that stock into about 1 pint of hot water. I didn't actually end up using all the water, and I'm also adding some seaweed. I kind of slipped with this and put a little bit too much in, but it was okay. And now for the topping, I've just got cashews, some raisins, some mixed seeds, and then for the veggies we have carrots, we have some orange pepper and some mushroom, and I'm just frying that. I don't know why I fried the carrots, it's a really weird thing to do, but they ended up fine, so I guess that worked. And I'm also adding some sweet corn as well. Here's a clip of me frying the carrots, the mushroom and the pepper. And then I'm just adding that all to my mix, and the couscous should have gone fluffy after about 15 minutes and soaked up all the liquid. You can add more liquid if it is looking a bit dry. And then I'm just mixing all of this beautifulness together and putting it into a jar. This is a really easy recipe. So I hope you all enjoyed watching the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, if you want me to do more of these types of videos, I'm thinking of making a little series out of it because I made a breakfast ideas one quite a while ago now. I've just done this lunch one. If you want me to do dinners or snacks or drinks or anything of that sort, obviously vegan, then just let me know. It really helps me because if you guys like it, then I know you want me to do more of these kind of videos. And check out my latest video. I made one about my trip to the south of France, and I also did one sharing my AS results, so check those videos out if you haven't already seen them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!